All right, so I'm just going to go over this for some of us that weren't here, that were out. I'm going to go over this for the folks that are sitting at home that aren't going to be here this week, just in case they forgot what was going on when we started doing this last week. And we're going to move through this. Now, again, remember, I am actually going to grade these as well, but this is what's going to lead you into the green screen project that we're going to start working on tomorrow. If you click on the weather Google Jamboard, it's going to open up into a page that looks like this. So Sadie, check this out. You've got 2 pages of a giant map of America. You've got 2 pages of local weather, North Carolina. You've got a page that shows the jet stream. I put that one on there because drawing on Google Jamboard is not easy. We all know that. That's probably something they need to improve on. And there weren't any wavy lines that I could just add as far as a blank image. And then my last slide is a blank image of things that I want you to discuss on these slides. So for example, let's just take this hurricane, and if you click on it and hit Control-C, you should be able to come back to one of these and click on the map and hit Control-V, and it'll paste it in here. Now, I put my hurricane off the East Coast. And when I get onto this page, what I'm going to now do, Sadie, is I'm going to use sticky notes to describe facts about the hurricanes. They need to form over warm waters. What's going to give the hurricane power right before it hits North Carolina or South Carolina or Georgia? There's something off the East Coast that wraps itself around Florida that's not, I didn't make you talk about it, but you most definitely could, Fabiana. The Gulf Stream. You could use the highlighter if you wanted to. You could get this and you could draw your Gulf Stream and you could talk about it if you wanted to. I'm not making you, but I think it's going to help you when you get to your test at the end of the week, correct? What is the most dangerous part of this hurricane that's going to come on shore when it hits North Carolina later on, Judah? The storm surge, and maybe you use a second sticky note to tell me about why that's so dangerous. And then you're done with hurricanes. Easy? I'm going to get rid of this, well, unless I don't click that. So then I go back to my screen and I look at these other things. I'm done with hurricanes. I need to put low pressure somewhere, high pressure somewhere, cold front, warm front, and stationary front. Do not try to put them all on the same slide, right, Jesse? Because you're going to run out of room. You won't have enough sticky note room, and it will be a very hideous looking slide. I have had people, Fabiana, in other classes that needed to make a copy of this because they needed more than one. You just click the down arrow right here, and then you just click this, and you can click duplicate, and it will copy the entire slide. One thing that I want you to do with this page right here, Anna, is tell me what you learned about the jet stream. And here's an exemplar of that. The jet stream is a river of wind that separates 2 different air masses. Is that true? Yes. Above it is a cold air mass. Below it is a warm air mass. It blows faster in the winter because it is colder in the north in the winter. It can also deflect weather. And then I think I ran out of space, so I might have needed to put it on another sticky note. So far, so good. Question? That's why I gave you this map, if you look on mine, because that gives you, I know that not anybody in here knows every state. I would use this one for the hurricane. You're welcome to high pressure and low pressure. If you don't know your states, now, I mean, obviously, if you want to put a low pressure over Texas and a high pressure over California or North Carolina, you probably know where those places are. But like if you were like right here, anybody? Yeah, see, exactly. Some of us don't know. You might could look at another map and figure that out. Put it somewhere where you know where it is. I would, yes, because it doesn't hit the West Coast as much because of the winds blowing away from that area. Because if it forms down here, it's going to get pushed this way. Any other questions about what we're doing on these slides? Because we've got about 15 minutes to work on that, and it'll be time to rotate. Akat. Hurricane? I don't know that you really want to put that hurricane anywhere else other than on the East Coast. I don't know where else you're going to put that. I mean, I guess it could come up through the Gulf of Mexico here because we've seen that happen before with like Hurricane Katrina, and it just absolutely devastates places. But it's, again, when I put the hurricane here, it opens up the talk about the Gulf Stream. It opens up for me to talk about La Nina being a more active hurricane season. Having the hurricane here in the Atlantic Ocean, then I'm talking about how it forms over warm waters, how it's going to go across the Gulf Stream, how it's going to bring in rain and heavy winds, and the storm surge. It allows me to do all of the things about the hurricane on that one page. Again, you don't want to overdo it, Hayden. You can use as many slides as you need. I just made 2 of each. You can copy as many of those as you need to, but you have to talk about the jet stream. You have to talk about high pressure, low pressure, hurricanes, cold front, warm front, and stationary front somewhere on those slides in order for you to get all of them correct. Does that make sense? Any questions before I end the video and send this one out as well? Everybody good? All right, again, if you're at home and you're watching this, you have questions, feel free to send me an email in Google Classroom, an email, have your parents dojo me, whatever you need to do. We're not smashing any like buttons. This is not a video to be smashing like buttons on or subscribing. All right, that'll be it for them. Unless it's Hunter, and Hunter's at home watching this, and he can smash the like button and subscribe because that's what he does. And click the little bell for notifications.